Hey y'all, I'm back again. I thought I would just show another kind of quick video. I'm not gonna sit here and work the whole time. I'll just show you a few things and where I'm at in this journal, my progress so far. So I showed you how I put, I showed you sort of my process in another video of how I kind of gather my supplies, put my pages together, take it to my sewing machine, using my scraps and all that stuff. And then I showed you how I put this cover together, and it has since, and then I showed you how I did the spine and adding the fabric to the spine, and it has since dried, and it came out really nice and sturdy. This does not have a lot of flex in it, like it would if you have a thinner weight chipboard, but I love how the spine turned out. It turned out great. I'm almost contemplating a hidden spine, but I doubt I'll do that because I've already done this part here, and I don't want to cover that up. So I'll use a white linen thread so it doesn't cover up these images. And I probably won't add buttons to the spine just because I love that fabric. I don't want to cover that up. I probably will put her charm up here, but I'm gonna do her a removable charm. And when I finish all of it, I'll show you the finished book. I probably won't get to do a video of doing the charm and all that. I will go back and add book corners, most likely, and that's probably going to be it for the cover. Now, so once I get all that done, I bring all my stuff over here to the sewing machine. And I don't know if you noticed when I was showing you the pages before, this page was shorter. I extended that page with the heart paper, which was a scrap left over. And I came in and I have made this into a pocket. I just haven't glued that down yet because I'm debating cutting a circle out so that she can put a tag with the picture, or if I just want to leave it like that. I haven't decided yet. And I came in with this page. I'm gonna take this with this particular page, and I had I've seen some other people do different types of extension of pages. So what I did was I had two pieces folded the same way, and I just took them together, stitched them together, folded this one again, and then created a pocket with this one. Now, because this paper is, it's the tea-dyed regular copy paper, and it's kind of thin, if she wants to, she can just cover this up. She can collage over this and do whatever she wants to. Because these pockets, you can use it as a pocket, but it would probably work better if she just decorates over it. But that gives you more room to write. So I did that. And then I stitched some book pages in here. I took that, let me make sure I'm in frame. Well, I hope I was in frame. I took that little piece of that book of the rabbit, and I made a pocket and stitched around it and glued it in here. Then I just stitched this particular page on as a flip up. I still haven't, I'll figure this out. I think it's gonna be a pocket. I'm gonna do it as an envelope. I think I'm gonna stitch it up, stitch around it, and then use it as a pocket. I love that little rabbit. Okay, I love the little rabbits, you can tell. This I haven't done anything with. I've actually forgot. I need to stitch around this. I don't know if I want to come across like this and maybe make this a pocket too. I'm adding a lot of pockets and tucks, so I may not need that. I may just leave that for her to figure out what she wants to do. I extended this page. Okay. And I extended this page. Okay. Added a little pocket here with one of the scrap pieces of paper. and that's that signature. Okay, then on this one, and I'm working in the third and fourth signature now. So on this one, instead of stitching this particular page in, I just washi it in. So it makes a little flip like that. I extended this page. I'm really trying to add her some fun stuff in here, but not overdo it, because I'm gonna give her a whole bunch of stuff to use too. Now for here, I just took one of those little offcuts and I folded it over like a tab. And while I was sitting here, I thought, you know, it'd be cute. I could just stitch around it, and it makes a little tuck pocket on each side. So I did that. This particular page, this was kind of funny. I took those two pages together. I cut a piece off of one page, and I thought this was cool the way this turned out. So I stitched it together. So it's like stitching, you know, two pages together, but I took the 8 1/2, 11 the long way, okay? And then I still had this little flap, okay? Because it's two different, it's this piece of paper, and then this piece of paper was the same size. I just cut that end off and stitched it there. I hope that makes sense. And then I didn't want to do another pocket, but I thought, well, you know, that's kind of cool. That's a whole nother page. So I just added another piece to break up the tea dye. Just another scrap. I thought that was kind of cool. Now, where was it? I think it was here. Yeah. And then I put some photo sleeves in here, and then just Pooh in the middle. So that'll be the middle of the signature. Then, when you go back to this page, I stitched another Winnie the Pooh page onto that. Okay. And then I took, this came from a Walt Disney book, one of those old vintage Walt Disney story books, the green ones. I don't know if y'all have seen that. I made a glue book out of one of those, excuse me, and I just thought this was cool, and I just took on that Dick and Jane page where I just had the flap, I just extended that page to give her another page. Then here I took some of those scraps, the strips, and then just, you know, kind of cleaned them up, matched them up, glued them together. You know, I mean, I know you guys have seen this a million times, but you just take your, you know, hold on a second. I had my computer going and it just timed out and it cut back on. So you just take the scraps, same size strips. I don't have enough, of course I don't have another one over here. Okay, and I just glued them, used my punch, punched my little half circle out, and then glued them together, then stitched around it, and then glued it to the page. So now you have 1, 2, 3 pockets. So that's another way to use up your scraps. Then here, I had that little book page, and when I went to do what I wanted to do with it, it started tearing, so I thought, well, it's pretty fragile, so I'll just make another pocket with it. So I got one of my little file folders and stitched around it, and this is a big pocket. I didn't glue it all the way up, and I really wish I hadn't glued it that far. I wish I had just kind of glued it here and here so it could slide it in. I think that would work better, but it's still a good pocket there. So just a little tip, because this is thicker, I would glue here and here, and then you can just tuck things in. It's gonna hold. I wish I had done that, but I don't want to go trying to rip that up now. And I'm gonna come back, just so you know, this is kind of how I put things together. As I'm going through, I'm gonna come back when I get through all this part, and I bound the journal, and sew all my signatures in. Then I come back and I'll add, you know, maybe fabric washi, little buttons, little flowers, little accent pieces. That's the final part that I do, and the charms. So that's that one. I had thought about extending this page because of this signature, but if I keep extending them all, then it's going to create more thickness throughout the journal. So I'm trying to leave some of those. So now I'm on this signature, and I took a little, in this one I just washi this little page in because I just thought it was precious and I wanted to use both sides. So one side's a morning prayer and one side's a good night prayer. So that's that. Another one of those tea-dyed, I need to turn that upside down. Just like this. Papers, composition paper. And then another Winnie the Pooh page that I stitched in as a flip. So she can, you know, she can journal and put pictures in here. She can put, you know, hidden journaling really back here, and clip it together. You know, she could actually take and glue this if she wants to and make that a big pocket. Just, you know, the possibilities are endless. This this page I just put a little tab, a little scrap on. I'm mixing in because she loves Disney and she loves critters and stuff, and while she wanted the base to be Winnie the Pooh, I'm adding other things in too. So this was a big page from Sleeping Beauty. And then here's a Bambi page that I just stitched at the top. Winnie the Pooh in the middle. And I think I don't want to have too many, like I've got 3 of those pages back to back, so I'm working now. I'll probably extend this one out. But I also wanted to show you this too. This was one of the reasons why I wanted to cut the camera on. So with this page, it's an older book page, okay? And it's so hard for me because I love all these little, this is from an old Mother Goose, small Mother Goose book. And I think it was maybe a Telltale book, one of those, something like that. And I hate like not using both sides. Excuse me. I struggle with that. And then sometimes I struggle with, okay, if I put this on here, you don't want to cover it up. They're just so cute, you know. So I took a piece of acetate and I laid it on the top of here and I ran it through my sewing machine, okay? And now I'm gonna glue this in, and I think I'm gonna do what I told you to do on the other. My suggestion is I think I'm gonna glue it here and here. So then you have a pocket here if you wanna slide something in there, or a picture or something, or you can leave it, you know. And then you'll have a pocket back here. So I think that's what I'm gonna do with this one. I'm gonna take my, and a lot of times if I'm on something like this, I'll use my fabric tack and go right across the stitching. I love this fabric tack. It's expensive. I cringe every time I buy it. I definitely use my 40 or 50% off coupon at Michael's. And I've looked for it other places in this size bottle, which is an 8-ounce bottle, because there's no need in me buying the small bottle, because I go through it. I go through that glue. But it works on so many things really well. You know, it doesn't dry super fast, so you have enough time to shift things if you need to. But you know, it does dry pretty quick, and it stays. It really stays. Yeah. Now, if you'll notice, I left that ragged edge, you know, where I tore the 2 pages apart from the book. I just left that because I like that look. I mean, this is it's supposed to be a junk journal, even though I know I use a lot of scrapbook paper and stuff like that, which is not vintage, you know, it's new stuff, but I just like that mix of stuff. Okay, so now you got a tuck spot like that. Okay, so you can put things in there, or you can take a photograph or whatever you want to put, and you can put it in here, but you're not, you have a choice, you know, and that image will always be there. It won't be covered up. So I thought that was cute. So now, let's see, moving on to this. Okay, so this last part, I did another Winnie the Pooh page. This time I stitched it on this side. So you can stitch it on this side and have it flip out this way, that way. Stitch it here, flip it up, stitch it here, flip it back. Which I don't do that very much. I might do that in here, but anyway, which is just kind of showing you my progress here on this and a couple of ideas. So now I want to do something here. Oh, and on this side I took this beautiful, this is some wrapping paper, and I do not for the life of me remember where it came from. It came in some Happy Meal, I'm pretty sure. Something was wrapped in it. I have to go back and look at my videos. Maybe it was Christy. Was it Christy? I don't know, but it's so cute. So I saved it. I can't remember. And then there's this other little piece, but it's so pretty. I just glued that on here, and I thought it would be pretty, you know, she could just add a picture, you know, or something over top of that. Okay, so here, and then I haven't got to the 4th signature yet. I want to, because I've got 1, 2, 3 short pages here, and don't want that many side by side. But I like this. I want to add to this. So I'm going to come over here to my scrap pile, and you see that yellow looks really pretty like that. Now I've folded this up, okay, but for this book, but if I cut this down and add it onto this page, you're not even going to notice that I bent that there, and it's not going to affect anything. So I'm going to cut this off, and y'all see how well I measure. You folks that are really all about straight and measuring and stuff, don't watch me, because I'll drive you nuts with that. Okay. All right, now see, now I've got this thing on the back of this paper that I don't like. I don't know why they do that. Drives me crazy. Those are some individual sheets I bought at Michael's, which I rarely do, but I wanted some. I was looking for some polka dotted paper. Now I'm not so concerned about it matching up completely with the other side. So, and I don't know if you'll be able to really see me, but I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to kind of put it where I want it. Let my sewing machine kind of hold it down. Straighten it out. If y'all saw all the stuff I had on my desk around me, you'd be like, I don't even know how you're doing that, Carl. I got so much mess out right now. I'm working on like several projects at a time. Okay. So now if I was doing this, just so you know, yeah, I'm not that concerned about that when I'm doing a book for myself or for Abby at this point. I know this is probably going to get covered up or journaled on, or a picture's going to go over it. If I'm doing a book to sell, I'm not going to do that, just so you know. Now, where was this one? I didn't want all those pieces beside each other. One, two. All right, now, what have I done? See, this is another thing. I forget where I had this. Oh, okay. It's because I moved these pages over here. Duh. Okay. So I like that a little bit better. It's not quite as, you know, those three pieces side by side. All right. Now I may put a pocket or something here. I'm just kind of showing you guys how my crazy brain works. So see where I bent this piece, I can just cut. Cut that piece for a pocket. Take my hole punch. Just do a little half circle. Now when I'm working on this without being in camera, this is over to the side of me. So I'm gonna move that over to the side. Sewing machine back out. I'm just gonna do a straight stitch around this pocket. Very wonky stitching. Like I said, not looking for perfection. I just want fun and whimsical and cute and, you know, handmade. So then I'll come back here. Then I'll take this. And another thing, as I'm working, like, I try to look at the colors that you're gonna see as you're working. That's another thing I really do think about. So, you know, and it really doesn't matter. It's just a personal preference. But this is appealing to me with the pink, okay? I probably wouldn't come in and do, you know, a blue right there. However, it does work. So if you like contrast, you know, if you wanted something really contrasting to those images, these are the scraps I've got, and I'm using up my scraps, so I'm running out. You know, so this would be, this would work as well, though. You know, so it just depends on what, you know, what you like there, and I like that polka dot, so that's what I want. I hope I'm making sense to you guys, because I know I've said it before, and I repeat myself a gazillion times. I know I'm just kind of a spaz in these videos, and my mind goes all over the place, and I feel like I'm trying to tell you stuff and make sense, but not take, you know, 2 hours to do it. So I appreciate all of you for watching me, you know, and leaving me comments, and very nice comments, and very encouraging, and I really appreciated it. It validates for me what I'm doing, because I think most creative people, all of us creative folks, you know, we have those times in our lives where, you know, it's like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Or am I doing the right thing? Should I keep pursuing these kind of things? I know I have. I don't know about y'all, but I have. So I appreciate you all taking the time to watch and comment, and my customers, I appreciate you all. I just want to say that. Anyway, So this is the last signature, and I'm gonna do a pocket here. Let me see where I'm at in time, because I don't want you to be here for an hour. I'm gonna go through and do a pocket, you know, with this, and probably do some of the same things that I did in the other signatures, but I won't, you know, I'm at 25 minutes, so I won't do all that. But I hope this gives you an idea. Let's say that 500 times. Of how I hope these videos are helping you understand how I work and my process without me doing every little detail. So, because it does take a lot of time, and it's hard to do in 10 minutes, you know. So, anyway, I will talk to you soon, and what I'll do is I'll come back. I will try to do the binding video. If not, I may have to do that on another journal, because I've got to get this finished. And I know y'all have heard me say, you know, 25 times now, those custom orders, but I've got to get those done too. So, anyway, I'll do my best. All right. Love you guys. Thank you again. Bye.